Welcome back to the Goodol'boys channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to remove a oil reservoir tank on a 200 or 400 series case tractor. This is a case 444 behind me. I've also got this case 224 here, and it's going to be the same process on both of these tractors. So let's get right into it. And yes, I do have grease on my face from working on this thing already, and it's been a real pain in the butt to get this tank out, so I figured I'd show you guys the easiest, quickest way to get the tank off the tractor. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so as I said before, I already kind of started in on this thing. There's a few obvious things that you need to remove first. One of those is the battery and the battery cables, of course. A couple of handfuls of other things, little wires like this. This is a ground wire that I've already removed off the starter. There's this panel right here, kind of like a firewall, I guess. You've got 4 bolts, 2 on each side here and here. And then that kind of pops up out of there. And I just set mine right here on the PTO lever, and that holds it pretty good. The next thing is this guy right here. This is the exhaust heat shield. You have 3 bolts up top here, and then in between here on the hydraulic pump, there are 2 more bolts, like here, one here and one on the other side. And then basically this thing just pulls right up off there, just like that. And you're to this point now. So for me, unfortunately, I already unhooked all the hydraulic lines, not realizing that I couldn't get this thing out without taking the exhaust off. So the problem is that you are going to need to remove the exhaust off the tractor. So what you want to do before you take anything apart is go ahead and run the tractor. If you have some tilling work or some heavy duty work to do, run the tractor good and hard for a while. Make sure the engine is really good and hot. And then basically what that's going to do is help you get the exhaust off. Now, if you're in my situation, you'll have to use a blowtorch, but no matter what, you're going to have to take it off here. So you got 2 Allen head bolts here. What I'm going to do is go ahead and heat this up with a torch and take these out. One important thing to remember here is that if you are using a torch, you're going to have to get this really hot, as if the engine was running. So yeah, don't be afraid to heat it up. Once the bolts are out of the exhaust pipe, first thing you want to do is take both of these and throw them in the garbage. Oh, wait a second. You want to hold on to these until you actually get some new screws. So I've actually got some new screws here. These ones can now go in the garbage. Don't just get any old bolt. You want to make sure you have at least a grade 8 bolt. While we're at it here, I may as well show you a couple more pro tips. So one of them is to clean out the holes for the exhaust or any other bolt that you've taken out with a tap of the correct thread. It's just going to clean out the hole, make it a lot easier the next time you have to take it apart. While you're doing all this work, you may as well go ahead and put some anti-seize on anything that gets hot that you've taken apart. Just completely cover the threads. Once you think you have it covered, cover it again. Same with your new exhaust bolts. Just because they're new doesn't make them any different. Go ahead and cover those things with anti-seize as well. I know a lot of people out there are asking, why would you go through all this trouble? Especially if you're just doing this for the short term. Maybe you're selling the tractor or giving it to somebody else, who knows. But it benefits you even if you are doing it just in the short term, because guess what? If you forget one bolt or a washer or something that's critical that requires the thing to be taken back apart, guess what? Those bolts that you just cross-threaded in there because the threads are rusty or need tapped out, you're going to have to take them right back out. And if you didn't tap them and if you didn't put anti-seize on them, you're going to have a heck of a time, and who knows if you'll even be able to get them back out. So the point is, it pays to tap the holes, do it right, get the right screws, get grade 8, do the best job you can do, put anti-seize on it, because chances are either you or the next guy that's working on it is really going to appreciate all those things that you've done to help it come apart easily the next time. This is getting off topic here a little bit, but when you go to buy a tractor, if you see anti-seize on the exhaust bolts or any of the bolts on the tractor, that's awesome kind of moment. That's the tractor you want to buy. You know somebody has gone ahead and done the maintenance correctly on that tractor. Okay, so the exhaust bolts are off, as you can see. Now what we're gonna do is come over here to the muffler side and remove a couple, 3 bolts. Got one on the top, 2 in the front here. And this shield just comes right off of there like that. Now what I'm gonna do is just loosen up this clamp on reverse. And all I'm gonna do is rotate the exhaust upward like this. And you can see back here where we need clearance, the exhaust is out of the way. Okay, so now we're at the point where we can take the reservoir out. If you haven't already, you need to go ahead and disconnect your couple hydraulic lines, which I'll show you where those go. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is disconnect this hydraulic hose from the cooler at the front. You pull that off of there. Then what you can do is go ahead and undo the clamp on this, pull that off the reservoir back there. After you've done that, you should be able to look under your steering column here, and you can see the hydraulic pump. You can see I've already got the line off of my hydraulic pump. Okay, so this is the tip of my screwdriver here. This right here is what you're trying to get the fitting off of. There should be a flat blade clamp back in there. You're just gonna reach the screwdriver back in here and undo that. And then when I get this thing out, I'll show you guys that other line goes to the bottom of this tank as well. That little flat blade clamp I was talking about is on the bottom of the tank here. You can see this is the flat blade clamp. So you'd be undoing that from this side. You can actually see the head of the bolt. So you're reaching your screwdriver in there from the back of the steering column and undoing that. And then, you know, in order to get to this, I had to take the other hose off of this barb fitting so I could reach my hand back in there and hold this thing forward while I'm undoing it with the screwdriver. Okay, so this is the orientation we're looking at the tractor on. I'm gonna slowly walk up to the tractor, and what I want you guys to pay attention to is how I twist the tank and how I move the tank to get it up and out of where it is. So I found that it's easiest to pick it up, kind of do this a little bit, wiggle it, and you want to take the side with the cap on it and pull it forward, and the tank comes right up and out. So once again, and when you're putting it back in, you do the same thing. Put it in there at an angle like this, push it towards the back, and it pops right down in there. And again, when you're taking it out, pull it up, rotate it kind of up at an angle like this, and then pull it out this way. Easy peasy. So that hydraulic hose I was talking about that's on the pump itself is right there. That's where it goes, right on the end of the hydraulic pump there. There's no way to get to it except for from behind the steering column through that way. And that little flat blade clamp I was talking about is on the bottom of the tank here. You can see this is the flat blade clamp. So you'd be undoing that from this side. You can actually see the head of the bolt. So you're reaching your screwdriver in there from the back of the steering column and undoing that. And then, you know, in order to get to this, I had to take the other hose off of this barb fitting so I could reach my hand back in there and hold this thing forward while I'm undoing it with the screwdriver. Well guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully you learned something. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out the description box below. I have lots of other tractor videos that I'm putting out. I put proper ag tires on one of these Case 446 tractors, so you guys can check out all the details in a video I'll have linked in the description box below. Also, I tested those tires out in the mud. They did really great. They're really awesome tires. So again, lots of videos like that will be linked in the description box below. So go check those out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.